First, let's see the top headlines. Governor Anusuya Uike summons Manipur Legislative Assembly on 31st July. Security forces rescue kidnapped victims, arrest 5 KCP Nongdrem Komba militants. Ahead of proposed delimitations of 2026, World Meitei Councils give more teeth to ST for Meitei's call. And miscreants fire some rounds of bullets at the gates of editor Naharol Gate Saudang. Hello, good afternoon. You are watching ELITETV English News at 12:30. Here we have the latest updates in detail. Manipur Governor Anusuya Uike has officially summoned the 6 sessions of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly to convene on July 31st. This announcement was made in a notification issued by the K. Meghalaya Singh, Secretary of the Manipur Legislative Assembly. In accordance with a clause 1 of the Article 174 of the Constitutions of India, the Manipur Governor has called the session to meet at 11 a.m. in the Parliament Hall, Manipur, Imphal. These decisions aligns with the recommendations made by the Manipur Cabinet led by the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, who decided on Friday to convene the Assembly sessions on a specified date. The upcoming Manipur Legislative Assembly sessions follows a boycott by the 10 Kuki Jo Legislative during the last Assembly sessions. These legislatures are demanding the creation of a separate administrations carved out from the state of Manipur. The Assembly session is expected to address various pressing issues, including those raised by the boycotting legislature and other critical legislative business. The numbers of the sittings for the sessions will be determined by the Business Advisory Committee of the Manipur Legislative Assembly. The violence which erupted between the Meiteis and the Kuki Jomi communities in May last year following a tribal solidarity march in the hill districts protesting the Meitei community's call for the settled tribe status has resulted in at least 220 fatalities, 1,500 injuries and the displacements of around 60,000 people. Manipur security forces rescued and kidnapped the individuals and apprehended 5 members of the proscribed Kangleipa Communist Party, Nongdren Khomba factions on July 15. The operation took place in the Kongzom Teksam Makha under the jurisdictions of Kongzom police stations. The arrested militants were identified as the Konsam Rohit Singh, 23, Young Lems Bikas Meitei, 24, Thangzam Chanba Singh, 27, Moirang Tham Anand Singh, 37, and Kaisam Nelson Singh, 28. During the operation, security forces recovered several items from the suspects, including 4 9mm pistols with 10 live rounds, 8 additional live rounds of the ammunition, 1 12-bore live rounds and 4-wheeler vehicles, and 7 mobile phones. Meiteis or Meiteis must be recognized as settled tribes before the 2026 delimitations, and this is the only way forward for the community that is being gradually reduced to a minority status in Manipur, says the World Meitei Council (WMC), and is continued to hold ST status, demands rallies in different parts of the states. From April 2024, WMC has intensified its demands for the inclusion of the Meiteis or the Meitei community in the settled tribes list. Yesterday, it organized a minor rally at the Langmaidons in the Kakching district. People, largely women folks, participated in the rally that displays placards and banners demanding the ST status for the Meitei or the Meiteis. Some miscreants fired some rounds of bullets towards the gates of the Koiram Loya Lakpa Singh, editor Naharol Githaudam Daily News paper located at the Kontag Kabam Lai Harau Pumps in Imphal East districts last night at around 12:30 a.m. Some marks of the bullets hitting at the gates are found. No reports of the human casualties in the incidents. The reason of the firing is unknown. World Youth Skills Day 2024 was observed under the themes Youth Skills for Peace and Development. The theme underscores the pivotal roles young people play in fostering peace and addressing global challenges through their skills and talents. The event was held at the Government's Industrial Training Institute's Kakting District under the guidance of the Directorates of the Craftsman's Training. As part of the event, tree plantation drives was also held. The families of the two Manipur students, Lintoing Ambi Hizams and Pizams Himanjit Singh, who were allegedly abducted and murdered last year, have submitted a memorandum to the Governor Anusuya Uike. The petitions presented yesterday calls for the recovery of the students' remains or information about their whereabouts. Accompanied by the former MLA Khoizam's Mirabai Devi, the families met with the Governor at Raj Bhavans to press for actions in the case. Mirabai expressed disappointment with the government's handling of the investigations, noting that despite CBI arrests and charge sheets, the victims' bodies have not been recovered nearly a year after the incidents. The families also urging the authority to locate the remains before the 1-year marks of the disappearance, allowing for proper last rites to be performed. They also seek information on the progress of the investigations and demands stringent punishments for the accused currently in the CBI custody. Governor Uike assures the families that steps are being taken to deliver justice. She contacted the Directorate Generals of the Police during the meeting, requesting further efforts to locate the remains and coordinates with the CBI. The governor also promised to arrange some meetings between the families and the security advisors, Kuldeep Singh. Attacking the centers after a CRPF Jawan was killed in Manipur, Congress leaders Priyanka Gandhi Vadra on Sunday said the state has completely fallen apart and asks when the central governments and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi wake up from their sleeps. In a post in Hindi on X, Priyanka Gandhi says the news of the martyrdoms of the soldiers in attacks on the CRPF convoy in Manipur is extremely saddening. May God grant peace to the departed souls. Deepest condolations to the bereaved family. The violence that started on May 3rd last year continues till today. A state has completely fallen apart. After all, when will the central governments and the Prime Minister wake up from their sleeps? She said. A Central Reserve Police Force CRPF Jawan was killed in a gun attack by the suspected militants at the Mongbungs village in Manipur's Jiribam district on Sunday morning, police said. A police also suffered injuries and he also has been admitted to a hospital, they said. The deceased has been identified as the Ajay Kumar Jha, 43, a resident of Bihar. He suffered bullet injuries in the head and was declared dead in hospital. The injured policeman is undergoing treatment and is out of danger, a police officer said. And now let's take a short break. Keep watching for more updates.
Diabetes ko loy na hingliba sing thamagi manungda control to bangamle. Urea creatinine wangbasu thamagi manungda hanthaba ngamle. Khong hamba nungai tebasu numit manganigi manungda fahan bangamle. Pile saibadi nungsang nabasu chama da chama fahan bangamle. Cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oy bangamle. BP wangbasu thamagi manungda normal oy bangamle. Fatty liver oy basu thamagi manungda fagat han bangamle. Pumnamak natural oiba hidak makhalna laying jabani hakchang da sokadaba side effect amata laite makhata na hidak chabagi mathau su tararoi hena kupa parol gidamak ngasimak langsin birau diabetes hospital soibam laikai ayangpali road opposite Karkinos Jenims Hospital Porompat Imphal East near Punjab National Bank.
Gear up for the future with Quantum University. Write your success story with our new age programs that shall be amongst the top 3 most rewarding careers in India and across the globe in the next decade. One of the reasons why Quantum is a leading private university in India is these world-class partnerships which makes it stand out among the rest.
Hairangoi thongning themcha karongda Fly High Aviation and Hospitality Institution haina mingthonba Hospitality amasung Aviation gi institution ama hangdokchari. Aviation industry amasung hospitality industry da interest leibiba aduga aspirations thambiba youth sing especially Manipur gi youth sing gi damakta di yamna chauba aduga kanagadaba platform amani haina su paudam jage. Communication skills, personality development, interview skills, amasung professional grooming na chingba singa sida specialized tawraga chahi kun gi mathakta experience leiraba oja singna kupna takpitambigani. Parents, Fly High Aviation and Hospitality Institute provides high quality professional courses to help our aspirants build their professional careers successfully. So come and join us and be a part of Fly High Aviation and Hospitality Institute. Fly high!
Welcome back after the break to go further with power outage was reported in the 5 upper Assam districts and part of others on Monday evening due to the grid collapse, and officials said. Gradual restoration process commence soon, he said. Later, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said that the restoration of power has been completed. Power transmission through the grid stations in Mariani has been restored. Consequently, power supply has been reinstated in the Upper Assam, Sarma said on X. Sources at Assam Electricity Grid Corporation say that the outage happens around 7:50 p.m. affecting the Upper Assam districts on the southern bank of the Brahmaputra. The impacted districts were Jorhat, Charaidio, Sivasagar, Dibrugarh, Tinsukia and the part of the Golaghat beyond Kaziranga. The sources added that works and restoration was underway at a few pockets where there in some error. In an idyllic growth, Bhola Nath College, Dhubri has been recently declared as an autonomous college for the next 10 academic years by the Standing Committee on the Autonomous Colleges after getting an A+ grades in the NAAC evaluations, which has been approved by the Commission Ministry of Education, Government of India. In accordance with the clause 7.5 of the UGC conference of the autonomous status upon colleges and a measure for the maintenance of the standards in autonomous college regulation 2023, Dr. Gopi Chand Merugu, Deputy Secretary University Grant Commissions of Ministry of Education under Government of India, confer autonomous status to the Bhola Nath College, Dhubri, in a meeting held on June 28, 2024 for the academic session 2024 to 2025 to 2033 to 2034. The Guwahati University is therefore requested to issue necessary notifications within 30 days regarding the grants of the autonomous status to the college as per UGC, conference of autonomous status upon colleges and the measurements for the maintenance of the standards in autonomous colleges, regulations 2023. The autonomous college is required to abide by all the provisions of the UGC regulations for autonomous colleges. Non-compliance of the requirements and the conditions prescribed in the said regulations shall attract action as per clause 13 of the UGC conference of the autonomous status upon colleges and measures for the maintenance of standards in the autonomous colleges, regulation 2023. The college should apply to the University Grant Commissions for an extension of the autonomous status at least 3 months before the completion of the autonomous periods as per Dr. Gopi Chand Merugu, Deputy Secretary, University Grant Commissions of the Ministry of Education under Government of India. Union Tribal Affairs Minister Joel Orams arrives on a 3-day visit to Assam on Monday, during which he will be reviews various central government schemes. Oram was received at the Dibrugarh airports by the Assam Ministers Ranoj Pegu, from where he proceeded to the Sivasagar, arrives in Dibrugarh greeted by the dedicated Karyakartas, embarking on a journey through Northeast wonders. Their warm welcome sets the tones for an unforgettable stay. Ready to explore, discover and embrace the beauty of this lands, Oram said on X. He also inaugurated some water supply schemes in the Demau in the Sipsagar districts during the day. The union ministers visited the Siva temples in the Sipsagar town and later paid floral tributes to the prominent tribal leaders Bhimbar Diori Pegu. Pegu, the Assam's tribal affairs ministers, in a post on X, says Oram chairs the meetings with the district administrations and other departmental officials in Sipsagar. The Union Ministers of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Sarvananda Sonowal, announced major initiatives aimed at enabling the waterways potentials of the Nagaland during the stakeholders conference held on June 15. The Chief Ministers of Nagaland, Nephew Rio, joined Sarvananda Sonowal to announce the developments of the Teju Zunki National Waterways 101 as both the Inland Waterways Authority of India and the Transport Departments of the Government of Nagaland to work together to studies for the navigation feasibility. Rio and the Sonowals also announced to take initiatives to develop the immense tourism potentials of the Doyang River Lake with communities, jetties, as well as the study the feasibilities of the RoPac ferries. This will boost the tourism potential of the states. These developments were announced during the interaction sessions of the stakeholder conference organized by the Inland Waterways Authority of India, the Nodal Agency of the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, here today. The Mizoram police filed 2 charge sheets against 20 employees of the Mahindra and the Mahindra Financial Services Limited for the involvements in the cases of cheating and forgeries amounting to an estimated rupees 150 crores within the company. The employees were the residents of the Mizorams and Assam. Investigation into the fraud case, which affected all the northeastern states, reveals that an estimated 150 crore were defrauded by the masterminds of the ploy, accused Jakir Habibur Hussein's 41. Hussein's, who is the area managers of the MMFSLs, orchestrated the frauds with the Mahindra Finance Company, along with his associates and the Aizawl-based car dealers like the CK Hyundai Cars, NBA TATA, Raffle Nissans, and the IIDU Motors Renault. Meanwhile, 177 banks accounts containing a sum of about rupees 5 crores were freezed and 15 cars of the different models worth rupees 10.5 crores were seized. Besides, the police also recovered 2,035 ghost customers loan files, 25 fork stamps and seals, 3 laptops, 10 mobile phones, 35 SIM cards, several identity documents and others incriminating materials. Pro-ILP activists in Meghalaya on Monday erected another check gates in the eastern parts of the East Jantia Hills district, connecting Assam to prevent the entry of the outsiders into the hills state. A senior district official says that the gate was set up without the authorizations of the administration. This is the third such check gates built by the activists. Most of them are members of the influential Kasi Students Union KSU. They have been demanding that the police step up anti-infiltration check gates and the center proposed on inner line permits ILP systems in the northeastern states. The ILP is the special permits required by the residents of other parts of the country to enter and stay for a specified periods in the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, and Mizoram and Manipur. We have set up the gates at the Umkiang to check outsiders' entry into the states, as senior leaders of the organizations in the districts told PTI. The Meghalaya assemblies had unanimously passed a resolution urging the center to consider extending the implementations of the ILP in Meghalaya in 2019, and it is awaiting the government's notes. The KSU leaders claims that the influx of outsiders in the past few years have become so huge that the KSU had taken it upon itself to check. The earlier 2 gates were erected at the Pahammaulins in the Riboy districts and the Athiabari areas of the West Khasi Hills. Despite infiltration check gates at the various entry points into the states, the KSU claims it had detected over 500 migrants laborer without the registration. A pro-ILP activists were arrested in the Shillong on July 11 for checking the documents of the migrants laborer in Meghalaya without authorizations. The KSU claims its members in the Khasi Jantia Hills regions have driven out over 500 migrants laborer in the past 2 weeks. A committee headed by the BJP legislator Sanborb Salai has proposed a new jobs reservations for the Meghalaya. The South Shillong Advisory Committee's SSAC presented its suggestions to the State Reservation Policy Committee on July 15. The proposals recommend 30% jobs reservation each for the Khasis and the Garos, 27% for the economically weaker sections, 6% for other settled tribes, settled castes and the OBC, and 7% for the general category. Key points of the proposals include the reservations based on the 2021 census, which shows tribals comprises 86.15% of the Meghalaya populations, 87% of the EWS quota reserved for the Khasi, Jantia and the Garos communities, inclusions of the genuine non-tribals in the OBC categories, district level posts to be filled by the local EWS candidates if others categories are unavailable, 50% of the combined 87 reservations for the district level posts allocated to the local EWS candidates, and policy reviews every 10 years. The committee also proposed a 10 points rosters system for the implementation. This system allocates 30 seats each to Khasis and the Jantias and the Garos, 27 seats to EWS and the remaining seats to other categories. For ELITETV News channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channels or follow on Facebook page, Instagrams and X for more information about the channel. Before we wrap up the headlines, once again. Governor Anusuya Uike summons Manipur Legislative Assembly on 31st July. Security forces rescue kidnapped victims, arrest 5 KCP Nongram Komba militants. Ahead of proposed delimitations of 2026, World Meitei Council gives more teeth to SD for Meitei coals. And miscreant fires some rounds of bullets at the gates of editor Naharolgi Thaudang. Well, that's all for now. More updates coming up at 3 again. Till then, take care and have a great time ahead.